Hello everyone, we're heading to the Ural Mars again. Basically, I want to show and tell you a lot of interesting things. Also, there have been a lot of questions specifically about the location itself. And today I'll try to answer them for you, show you where everything is located, the access roads to the location, and so on. And there was one thing that made me happy. Let me show it to you now. So, they have finally opened up the major federal highway that runs right near Ural Mars. But I will say this, it is not fully open to the public just yet, as only some specific sections are available. But nevertheless, the particular section that passes directly by Ural Mars is already open. It is a very wide federal highway with absolutely no oncoming traffic to worry about. And I have to tell you, that made me feel really happy. Well, we're heading towards Ural Mars and it's literally about 10 minutes from this highway. Alright, let's keep going. Like I told you, it's about a 10-minute drive from the federal highway. Now we're going to stop by Piaterochka and buy something to snack on. Here we have a beautiful old church, quaint and peaceful little chapel. There's also Krasno and Belo and even Ozon here. If you end up staying at Ural Mars, you can order something from Ozon here or get more groceries. So some people ask, is it even possible to get to Ural Mars? How do you get there? And by what means? Is there a road? Well, actually, we're driving on asphalt the whole way. It's a good road. We'll show you more now because a lot of people ask these questions. We've filmed at Ural Mars many times already, but we usually start filming as if we're already there, from that spot. But how to get there, how to approach it, and so on, we haven't really shown that. But now we've decided to film those moments as well. Now we're reaching the railway tracks, and here we turn right. Here we also see a very good paved road. Right here on the right, take note, there's another kind of entertainment. They rent out horses here, horseback riding and so on. And oh look, they're building something. There used to be less infrastructure here than there is now. Let's go in and see what they offer. Very quickly. We won't take up your time, but we'll quickly ask and find out about this. Your services. How much does everything cost? What do you offer?
It depends on the route.
Ah, so there are different routes, right?
On weekends, we don't go to the far routes because people come here. It's about an hour out there into the taiga. That's it.
Do you go to the Ural Mars? There's no such route.
Not yet. We're planning to, but no, not yet.
That's great. Maybe we could work together? We're the ones planning to build a Martian base there.
Yes.
If you've seen or heard about it, haven't you seen that news?
No, I've heard something about it somewhere, but I haven't seen it.
Actually, I love horses myself. I ride a lot and have been riding since childhood. But you don't just rent them out, do you? No?
Even if the owner comes now, he'll tell you. But we do not rent them out. The owner.
But if I could rent one, I'd ride all day myself. You know what my idea is? To get a horse, probably buy one, because no one would rent one out for that long, and to travel across all of Russia, about 4,000 kilometers. 3 or 4,000.
That's a big dream.
And that would be a record for us.
Of course.
Because right now, the current world record, I think, is actually around 2,000. That was a long distance route all the way from Uzbekistan to Moscow. So literally, just a minute of horseback riding has passed, and we're already arriving at the next settlement. The settlement is called Poldnevoy. There's a little shop here as well. That's just in case someone needs to buy something while you're visiting us at the Martian base. Now, we're literally about to pass through this settlement, and very soon we'll find ourselves on the Ural Mars. You see, people are heading to the Ural Mars probably to go swimming. Actually, that's a joke. Or maybe it's not a joke, because I've heard that people really do go swimming at the Ural Mars. In fact, there is actually another small quarry located right here. It is also flooded, and it is likely that many people are heading over there to swim, simply because the crystal clear water there is so inviting. There, the landscape isn't Martian. That is, the soil there is of a different type. Here, the asphalt literally ends and the dirt road begins. As you can see, the dirt road is very good, so you can easily drive on it with any vehicle. And this dirt road is only about, well, maybe 800 meters long, and that's it. And then we arrive at the Ural Mars. Keep watching. So today is the weekend for us. Let's see how many people will be at the Ural Mars. I think there will be quite a few people. So we're already approaching and I can see people there, I see cars there. Honestly, I'm not surprised because no matter how many times I've come here, there are always at least 5, 6 or 10 cars parked. New people arrive, these ones come, others leave, new ones arrive. I got confused. Well, anyway, you get the idea. There's a big flow of people and it's constantly changing. Honestly, it makes me happy to see this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I counted 23 cars. Oh, actually, there are more. 24, 25, 26. 26 cars. Well, guys, this is really great. This makes me really happy. Let's go for a walk on the Ural Mars. Arseny says, Artem is literally glowing. Of course, it is truly like a soothing balm for the soul when you see so many wonderful people coming here. What kind of action is going on here, huh? What kind of action? Alright, Arseny, let's go. Let's get to another spot because the entrance to our Martian base is from a slightly different side. Let's go check it out first, then we'll come back here again. Yes, right now we're already driving along what you could call these Martian landscapes. Yes, this old quarry, and here, literally, well, probably about 5 minutes ahead of us. We will turn left right here. Alright, again, we're taking a left onto a nice dirt road. And actually, our main entrance, the primary entrance to our Martian base, should be located right here. Because this existing road that's here, well, it's a winding forest road. And it will lead you straight to our hidden Martian base. And now I'll show it to you. Here we have this winding road. It's a scenic forest road, but actually, even today, I wonder, what am I driving today? In a Kia Rio? Kia Rio? I can even drive through here in a Kia Rio. Is there any point in going there? I don't know. Maybe there is. Yeah, let's go and see what's there. I'm telling you, you can drive straight there, directly to our future Martian base. You can drive through here carefully. I'm not making this up because I've seen many times how cars have driven right up to that spot. Different cars of different classes. And here too, there really aren't any major potholes or deep ruts or anything like that. But of course, once we actually begin the process of building here, we'll certainly come up with a good solution. Either we'll add much more gravel to this existing road, right? Or perhaps we'll have a main entrance from that other side and we'll meet and pick up our guests as they arrive. But these are in general secondary issues. We'll see how it goes. And here, after all, I won't go any further, even though I could make it through, but the car would just get dirty. Actually, it rained here for a whole month, so the road got quite a bit washed out. You can see for yourself that it poured heavily for a whole month in Sverdlovsk Oblast in Yekaterinburg. There were strong downpours, heavy rains, so in some places where it's damp, the road has apparently been washed out a bit. But again, as I said, when we have our Martian base, we'll come up with something for this, we'll fill in these tricky spots, and then you'll be able to get there by car. By the way, I've changed my look. Put on this Martian t-shirt. You can tell right away, can't you? We're the builders of the Martian base. Now we're going to drive back to the place where there were a lot of tourists, park the car there, and then continue on foot, and I'll tell you more as we go. I really don't want to get into those puddles after all. Besides, the car isn't mine, so we're not going to do that. We should respect other people's property. By the way, I forgot to check the license plates on the cars to see where everyone came from. We'll take a look at that now and then tell you about it. While we're standing here having a little snack with Arseny, probably 4 more cars have arrived. And there are even people here who came from Korea, Koreans. Very interesting. You see, it's already become an international spot. So, literally the place where the cars stop is, I don't know, maybe 30 meters away. Yeah, about 30 meters. And now, just another 10 meters and you're already on the Ural Mars. And the cars just keep coming and coming. While we stood here eating, about 6 more cars arrived. Lots of people are walking around. Let's keep going to see more. Well, if you look at it right now, it's still not entirely clear. It's some kind of high plateau, yes, with some vibrant and colorful landscapes, but the magnificent scenery hasn't fully revealed itself to us just yet, my friends. Very soon it will open up completely, and those of you seeing it for the first time will be pleasantly surprised. Every single time I come here, I feel so genuinely moved by the scenery. Just look around. It's almost as if I've stepped right into some kind of futuristic sci-fi movie set on another planet. If you don't take that lush forest over there into account, the panoramic views are just absolutely incredible. The total area of all these Martian landscapes of this whole quarry is more than 300 hectares. And in fact, we've now kind of entered the middle of this quarry, right? You can go off to the left and walk for a very long time. There again, you'll find different landscapes, different locations opening up. You can go in this direction too. And our Martian base, which we plan to build, is over there that way, and now we'll take a walk there together. So today's video, as you can see, is as simple as possible, right? I'm not trying to tell you about the Martian base. So in places like this, it's clear that there will be clay and you shouldn't go there. But overall, I pretty much, well, not pretty much, I actually walk up to here and it's dry here. There's a robot from Star Wars standing over there. Well, it's kind of an imitation, and a pretty bad one at that. I think that over time we'll come up with something interesting too, and we'll place some cool artifacts like this all around here as photo spots. Let's keep going. I hear a lot of seagulls. We're about to reach our location, and there will be a lot of them there too, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. I just heard them. There was a question about electricity, right? How are you going to solve the electricity issue? Well, look, we have power lines running directly to our location, to Ural Mars. Here are the power grids. So, we're going to be establishing a connection with them. We've already received preliminary approval. Yes, and let us know in the comments how you like this more lively, more, more spontaneous format, less scripted. We hardly ever reshoot scenes, we just walk around and I talk, recall your questions and try to answer them. No matter where you look, the landscapes are absolutely breathtaking. You could film a science fiction movie right here. At some point in the future, we will definitely produce a high-quality short cinematic film right here, or perhaps even an entire series, maybe even capturing the unique aesthetic and atmosphere of, I don't know, something like The Martian with its vast and lonely landscapes. Yeah, a movie exactly like that one, something in that specific visual style could definitely be shot right here in this location, and we will work hard to come up with our own incredibly interesting and unique story. By the way, if any of you watching this happen to be creative people, whether you are professional directors, talented video editors, or skilled cameramen, let's all get together and brainstorm some ideas about what kind of interesting things we could film here and eventually shoot a whole short film as a team. For those who love active recreation, various treks, a healthy lifestyle and so on, this is the kind of place where you have to walk around like this. Even for someone who is in quite good physical shape, I consider myself a sports enthusiast and I make sure to work out regularly. One still gets a bit tired and winded here. So my friends, right now we are approaching our location, which has already been preliminarily approved for our use, and where I truly hope we will be able to start building soon. We're going to show it to you now. This is our most intriguing spot. Right here is the exact location where hopefully our first Martian base will start being built in the very near future. This specific plateau was carefully chosen for the mission, and as I look around now, there's actually an incredibly vast amount of open space here. It is more than enough for all the essential infrastructure we need to survive. I think these kinds of uneven surfaces are present all over our location. We probably won't even level them out. Why would we ever tear them down? They're a vital part of our interior, and it's all stunning. They'll integrate seamlessly and beautifully with our theme, our infrastructure, and our natural landscapes. By the way, I've never seen a puddle here before. Now there is one. It's the result of a whole month of rain. But honestly, it's not a big deal. If you look around, it's dry everywhere. And there's just this one puddle here. Now let me take a moment to show you the various residents who are living here when it's the summer season. By the way, we actually had a significantly larger number of them last year. However, right now, there are fewer of them around. Please remember, I told you in the last video that everything changes with the arrival of each new season. That is, the location itself changes, the colors take on a different look. It's also very interesting here in winter, because the wind blows and there are red hills in some places, black hills in others, and white snow lying around. It all looks really cool. And during the bright summer months, many seagulls come to this very spot to build their nests and raise their young. Personally, I find it incredibly peaceful to sit back and listen to the unique sound of the seagulls singing over the waves. I'm not sure how you feel about it, so please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It is truly fascinating to observe how even these simple natural moments can change so dramatically from one season to the next. And here the color is actually kind of purple with some shades. I've already discovered 2 new colors today while walking around, every time I find some new artifact here on the Ural Mars. Honestly, I can't say that I've walked around here a lot. We haven't been over there at all. Today we're going to shoot a second video. Well, not even really a shoot. We're going to be putting in a lot of hours and working incredibly hard. Basically, we'll be searching for a wide variety of fascinating paleontological discoveries. And we'll also be filming the second video for my second YouTube channel all about this expedition. I'll be sure to attach the link for you in the video description below. Be sure to take a moment to check it out as well. It will be an informal segment outside of our so-called Martian theme, but I think it will be quite interesting and worthwhile too. Now, regarding whether this place is toxic or not, yes, I've answered this many times already. Watch the other videos. Now I'll share a bit of my own unofficial theory, not strictly scientific. You see the seagulls, right? They nest here year after year. So, what do you think if this place were toxic, if there was some kind of radiation or something like that? Would birds come here to nest every year? I don't think so. Because nature, living organisms, they sense such places and tend to leave them, right? But here, they come back every year and raise their offspring. In fact, whenever I come here, I constantly try to imagine what it will all look like. I actually visualize it. I overlay all the infrastructure we have today onto this area, and I look around to see where and how everything will be situated. Sometimes I realize I might even change something along the way. Then I come back and discuss everything again with Ruslan, our architect, and we rework some things. I share with him the thoughts and observations I've had. That way we end up with a very well thought out layout for all the infrastructure. I'm not sure, Arseni, if it's visible on camera or not. Over there we even have a crashed flying saucer. I'll show it up close soon. You find artifacts like that here. So, regarding the water, here's the answer to that question. Of course, we won't be drinking water from this lake, but it's quite realistic to use it for technical purposes. So again, we'll be installing, filters, yes, and for technical use it will definitely work. And then we'll see, as they say, what the tests show and check everything. That's it. Secondly, we'll be looking for a spring somewhere around here. Of course, we had a very ambitious and significant dream to build part of the infrastructure already this year, but because the issue with the land plot took quite a bit longer than we had initially anticipated to resolve, and now we're already on the home stretch, naturally we couldn't do anything here yet. I think this issue will be resolved in the very near future, and then we'll be able to start some exciting and engaging construction work here. At the very least, we could already set up a food truck and welcome all the wonderful guests you saw in our video today. So Arsini, let's not go back the way we came. I'll show you another road now. It's also very interesting. Let's go. Actually, there are a lot of road deer running around in Bogdanovich. Yeah, and you can also find them on the Ural Mars. Here, for example, are some tracks. So while living at the Martian base, maybe some roe deer will come running to us from time to time. Alright, no. Before we head out toward the exit, I want to show you one more thing. Remember when we drove into the forest by car over there? If we had kept going, we would have ended up right at this spot. Let's go. I'll show you where we arrived. And the road leads right up to here. Basically, when you drive your car here, you will arrive directly at this exact location. Here, the road goes right up to here. By the way, we have also marked off this section so that we have this small piece of land. For ourselves, perhaps there will be a small parking area located right here. People even like to come and grill kebabs here, but unfortunately they won't be grilling here anymore when we're around. That's it. Well, they'll find another spot. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, right? Otherwise people will comment, they came here, now they'll put up fences everywhere, and you won't be able to walk or drive through. I've already answered that question in a previous video. I'll be watching. Blue lunar landscapes have already started. If you were looking at the moon through a telescope, you'd see something pretty similar. Well, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but still. And now we are getting deeper into the field of paleontology. Here, well, it's not a great specimen, but you can still see the little ridges here. There is a rock formation, located right over here as well. Alright. In the next video, which will not be on this channel, you'll see here there's a steep descent, but we need to get to the other side. So are we going to jump from here? We'll fly across. Our journey is coming to an end. Here we are, already approaching our plateau where we started, when I counted about 15 people there. I think these are already new people, and even if they're not, it means they've been staying here for a really long time. They really like it here. This formation, of course, looks absolutely incredible, fantastic. I don't know if the camera fully conveys the scale of this place, though, but we've managed to share at least a small part of this location and these incredible emotions with you. This video is coming to an end, but our journey together isn't over just yet. Now we're arming ourselves with specialized paleontological tools and heading out to look for more interesting finds, which can also be discovered right here on the Ural Mars landscape. Last time we explored, we found a lot of different unique stone formations, and there were all sorts of prehistoric marine organisms hidden among them. That's right, but now we want to search more thoroughly for something interesting and maybe find a museum-worthy specimen. We'll do our best. So you can watch the continuation in the next video, which will not be on this channel but on my second channel dedicated to expeditions. I'll attach the link in the description below this video.